We are going to move on to the thing he is here for most of all, which is the NBA, because I have no clue about the NBA. You're in charge here. I'll just have questions. Do you have anything do you just want to say?
I mean, you said we would do like season predictions.
Yeah,
or
you go. I have no clue what's going to happen. You give me your season prediction. This is a John-led segment. I literally have no clue.
Like, you had questions.
Yeah, just tell me what you think is going to happen first. Tell me how you think the season will go. Who do you think is going to do well? If you had to make before the season even starts prediction, who's in the NBA Finals?
Who's in the NBA Finals before season starts? I'm going to go Clippers Bucks.
Clippers. Didn't the Clippers suck last year?
No, they made the play-in, but they didn't have Kawhi and most of the season for Paul George. And I think Kawhi being back, plus a healthy Paul George, plus, I mean, they were still competitive throughout making the play-in without them for the most part. I think Kawhi being back and actually, as long as he plays a good moderate amount of games, because he's always going to be, here and there going to miss games just for break time. I think they're going to be really good. And I think the Bucks win it all last year if Chris Middleton doesn't get hurt, but that's an if. So they didn't. And I think this year they're the best team in the East, especially with what happened with the Celtics, Ime Udoka.
What about the Heat?
It's just tough.
If I had to put my prediction on who wins the East, I would say my pick would be the Heat. I think
they were the 1 seed, but again, winning the East versus making the finals is different. So
when I said win the East, I meant they're going to make the finals. That would be my pick.
I could see them being the 1 seed, but I would not see them in the finals. What I think will actually happen is I think the Timberwolves will be the 1 seed this year.
The Timberwolves.
Minnesota Timberwolves will be after getting Rudy.
I forgot that they got Rudy now, right?
Yeah. Still D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, McDaniels.
I completely forgot they were even good. Obviously, the Cavs are going to be good now. They're going to be like a middle team.
Yeah, I think. I mean, there's going to be a lot of good teams this year.
Yeah, the East is much better than I thought. But I completely forgot the Timberwolves got Rudy. That makes them a lot better.
No, I mean the Jazz with Rudy and just Donovan Mitchell, and I mean a lot of good.
The poor Jazz, they're going to suck now.
Yeah. No, they're going to be. Victor Wembanyama is the number 1 prospect.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I know. He's the number 1 prospect this year in the draft, and that's who everyone's tanking for. So
where is this man from? Is he like European or something?
Yeah, he's Spain or French.
Dude, there's like some crisis happening outside my house now.
Yeah,
all I'm hearing is stupid sirens going by.
Yeah, I'm in my apartment in Bluefield, West Virginia.
Don't tell people where you live.
Blue.
They're gonna come out of the woods. Who won? Wait, who won do you think the Warriors will be good again this year?
Oh yeah, but I just don't know if I think they caught fire a little too much.
I mean, they were good the whole year though.
Yeah, but then the Suns lost.
You got it. Hey, that's my. What do you think the Suns this year?
I like them still. I think those are the top 3 or 4 with the Timberwolves included. I think you can rearrange them anywhere with Warriors, Suns, Clippers, and Timberwolves.
The Clippers one is shocking to me. I never even thought of the Clippers being.
They're the GMs picked them 3rd to win it all.
Really?
Yeah, they had Bucks, and then they had Warriors, and then they had Clippers, and then they had Celtics.
What about my Grizzlies, huh? Grizzlies gonna win all? No. What's the highest you think the Grizzlies could finish in the West in the regular season?
In the regular season, I think they could finish really. I mean, they could probably be the 3. They were the 2 last year. Mm-hmm. I think the Clippers now being more.
The Clippers and the Suns are just your easy 1-2.
No, I mean the Warriors could definitely. I'm just saying who I think the top 4 are in the West. It's those 4.
Not the Lakers. Dude, the Lakers roster just looks so bad.
They're a playing team. just like based off like that the Spurs aren't going to be good, the Jazz aren't going to be good, the Rockets aren't going to be good. They could be surprising, but not really.
I was about to say the Rockets have some good young players. I thought.
Yeah, they have a lot of good young players that haven't done anything.
I mean, I feel like that's how the Grizzlies were at a point. They had a lot of good young players.
They have that like Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot Jonas.
They have vets. They have, the Rockets. They don't really have like they have Eric Gordon, but he's not really
I was
much.
gonna say, don't the Rockets not have a center that's like of note?
They have Alperen Sengun, who was a rookie last year, and I mean he could develop this year. I don't know where he's from, but he's pretty good and talented, but raw. I don't know.
Oh, dude, I forgot about the Nets. What about the Nets?
Yeah, I mean, we barely have talked about the East.
Yeah. I went to the West. And
those are probably my top
four. Even
four.
a team.
Those are probably my top four in the East, as long as the Nets are staying healthy and actually have.
So what's your top four? Just say it.
So seeds in the regular season.
Yeah. Say 1 through 4. What you think it'll be in the East?
Okay, I think the Nets will be the 1 seed.
The Nets will be the 1.
I think Bucks will be 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a 2 seed matchup in the final. So I think Nets, Bucks, and then give me Heat at 3, Celtics at 4. Yeah, I think those would be the 4, and then in the West.
Does something happen with the Celtics roster?
No, they just they got better.
Oh, didn't their coach get like?
Yeah, Ime Udoka, who I was bringing up.
He got in big trouble.
Yeah, he's not the coach this year, and may never be the coach again, probably. But
I knew something happened with the Celtics. I just couldn't think of what it was.
But on paper, they got better. They got Malcolm Brogdon from the Pacers, and then they had Danilo Gallinari, but then he tore his ACL overseas.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking at like Carmelo Anthony or something like that for replacement. I mean, Gallinari's like what?
Carmelo was at the Ravens game, I think, this past week.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Okay, continue.
He's a Ravens.
Yeah, he's from the area.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean the Celtics on paper got better, but like standings get changed every year. Like the Nets were the 2 seed, or with year with Harden, Kyrie, and KD.
Yeah.
And
I forgot about the Sixers too. How did I forget about the Sixers?
Yeah,
Harden. Sixers, think of the Sixers.
Cavs.
Bulls.
They're a playing team.
Really? I thought the Bulls would probably be like 7 is playing.
There's the Hawks who got better.
Yeah, I've heard about the Hawks.
They got DeJounte Murray, and then they lost Danilo, but he's not as impactful as DeJounte, who's an all-star.
Yeah, I gotcha.
He wasn't.
I was shocked that the Spurs got rid of DeJounte. I like,
because he's not good enough to like lead you to where they'd want to be, which is the NBA Finals, but he's good enough to make you competitive, which is also what you don't want to do.
Do you think that Pop retires before they're good again? Or do you think he gets them to the point where they can be good again and then retires?
If you're a competitor and you're getting there and you're
but he's old, dude. Like you at a point you have to realize.
Like there's been players who have been, or coaches who have coached.
Was he going to coach till he's like he's going to be Joe Paterno out there, not take off the off-field issues.
Well, he wasn't directly. Yeah, he didn't directly.
Yeah.
He just knew about it and didn't say anything.
Yeah,
but,
I mean that is technically an issue.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you think he could coach till he's like in his 80s?
It's just tough because I don't know how fast they can do this rebuild, because if they get Victor or even like Scoot Henderson, like they could be really good in 2 years, because they have Keldon Johnson, they have Devin Vassell, trying Josh Primo is just kind of raw. He's a point guard out.
You're saying people's names and I have no clue who you're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Once we get like halfway through the NBA season, that's when I like I pick up the new people. It's just before Primo, the season, like I don't look at like the rosters at all.
Primo was on the team last year. He was just like a very risky first overall pick for that. He was from Alabama. But
I don't remember him at all.
Yeah. Well, where did Okay.
Last year, I learned a lot of NBA players' names because I was doing the DraftKings fantasy thing, and
Yeah.
I would just pick through them. Dejounte Murray was a goat last year on DraftKings. So was Jonas
Yeah.
Valanciunas.
Yeah, because they both get a ton of stats and not
Yeah,
necessarily
exactly. They get a
points.
ton of points. I
Um,
never even thought about Jonas until last year. Honestly, I always knew he was like a good player, but I never thought of him as like a point getter, not fantasy point getter like that.
yeah. I mean, he gets his rebounds and then he'll get his 15 points and he can pass a little. The Nuggets too. They're getting Jamal Murray back and Michael
What did the
Porter.
Nuggets finish last year?
They finished as the
I was about to say I thought it was 5.
six seed because they played the Warriors in the first round and got swept. Only team to get swept, if I'm not mistaken. And they get Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. back. They had Michael Porter Jr. for like 5 games, and then and Jamal Murray hasn't played since like end of not love of like not last year but the year before.
Yeah.
He got hurt around there. It's been like 560 something days or 539. He tweeted it out.
Yeah.
But they're I think they're still like they could again any of these teams I'm talking about, Clippers, Warriors, Suns, Grizzlies.
I feel like there's a lot of pretty good teams this year. Like it's the times of where the season started and you just like knew a certain team was gonna make it. Are over.
There's definitely way more parity. I mean, throughout high school, you saw the same teams, and if you saw the same 2 teams in the finals each year.
Yeah, I understand. Also, I think I cut you off before you were able to explain earlier. Why are the Bulls in the play? And didn't they do well last year? I thought the Bulls were.
They did well last year, but then Lonzo is now going to be out for a while.
I thought he was healed.
No, he had to get another surgery.
He's glass, dude. The Hornets, LaMelo. I forgot about the Hornets too.
They're not going to
be a playing team. I thought, right? Weren't they one last year?
Because of Miles, they were, but now Miles Bridges had his off the court incident with his.
He's a bad dude.
But he was their second best player last year.
That is true. I mean, LaMelo is still very good.
Yeah, but they have like nothing.
Dude, I'm happy a Ball brother ended up being good after all that.
Lonzo's good. He's just never on the court.
Yeah, but Lonzo's by no means.
When Lonzo was on the team last year for the Bulls, they were the number 1 seed. So they were defensively a top 10 defense, and then when he got out of the rotation, they were.
I feel like Lonzo's is good at a lot of the stuff that isn't as flashy though.
Correct, which is why he gets paid.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, like the way his father hyped him up, you thought he was going to be what LaMelo is.
LaMelo.
He's flashy. He is flashy.
Yeah, he just doesn't do the defense part, which is
the offense part. He's really good.
Yeah, they switch that, but playmaking, they're the same.
Yeah, I understand.
So
crazy passes you see on highlights from the 2 of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Hornets could honestly, if I'm thinking about it,
I think they could be a play-in team, dude. I'll stick by that. I believe in it.
The Pistons got better, and they were one of the worst. Maybe, honestly, I do not like the Wizards this year.
I mean, nobody likes the Wizards.
Yeah, but they were a play-in team? They were not. They were not actually.
Dude, the playing teams always get me so confused because there's just so
they made the playoffs the year prior with Westbrook, and now they have Porzingis.
The unicorn.
Yeah, and he has been
not a unicorn.
Yeah,
like Kyle Pitts. He's not a unicorn.
Yeah, he has not been living up to what everyone thought he'd be.
Okay, so just one more time, just so I can just pop it up on the screen.
Yes.
Who is your finals and how many games?
Okay, so we will go Bucks over Clippers in 6.
Okay, that's gonna flash on the screen in the actual video. So I want you to know that. That's why I had you say it again. Do you have anything else about the NBA you'd like to say? Do you have any rookies you're really confident that are gonna do well?
Any rookies that I really like? I think Jaden Ivey on the Pistons.
Yeah.
He's from Purdue.
Yeah, I know.
He's going to play alongside Cade
I
Cunningham.
watched the NBA draft. I also obviously watched March Madness, so I know a lot of these guys' names.
Okay, well,
Not like you, of course. Like I couldn't name them, but like once you say the names, like I know who you're
yeah,
talking about.
yeah. I mean, there's yeah. I did this. Anyway,
I understand.
I think Jaden Ivey could it's just tough. I think he might be the best rookie, but if we're saying who I think will win Rookie of the Year, I think it'll be Paolo Banchero, who's the number one pick. Yeah. He's just going to get the amount of touches, but I think Jaden Ivey can make the Pistons play.
Isn't Banchero good at defense too, though? That's like he's pretty.
Yeah, he's good at. He's like good,
all around good player.
Yeah, just not shooting wise, but like everything else.
I can understand
that. You like peak Paolo, like all NBA, probably like 20.
He's in the Magic, right? Yeah, it's Magic.
Yeah, probably like 27 and 4.
Hey, you know who's going to be the number 1 overall pick next year? Doug Edert.